This lesson covers adjectives of the first and second declension. Now, adjectives, as you probably remember from elementary school English, describe nouns. They're words like good, right, just, bad, left-handed, and free, and all these other sorts of describing words. In Latin, there are two very distinct sets of adjectives. There are adjectives of the first and second declension, that is, they decline like first and second declension nouns, and there are adjectives of the third declension. We're just going to talk about first and second declension adjectives today. So, adjectives of the first and second declension, our model here is going to be bonus, bona, bonum, and you're always going to get with first and second declension adjectives three principal parts. Bonus, bona, bonum means good. The three principal parts are going to be masculine, feminine, and neuter. And they're just always given in this order. This is convention. So when you decline an adjective of the first and second declension, you're going to decline the masculine ones like a second declension masculine. So bonus, boni, bono, bonum, bono, boni, bonorum, bonis, bonos, bonis. Notice our second declension masculine endings there. And the feminines are going to decline like first declension nouns. Bona, boni, boni, bonum, bona, boni, bonorum, bonis, bonas, bonis. And then following along on that same pattern, the neuters are going to follow your second declension neuters, like donum, here bonum, bonum, boni, bono, bonum, bono, bona, bonorum, bonis, bona, bonis. So if you know how to decline nouns of the first and second declension, you will know how to decline adjectives of the first and second declension. And it's important to note that the second principal part here, the feminine, is also what's going to give us the stem. Now, for the most part, with an adjective like bonus, that's not going to matter. You know, like with amicus, you just drop off the US and you get the stem. But there are adjectives like pulcher, pulchra, pulchrum, beautiful, where the stem, the masculine, pulcher, ends in er, and you don't know what the stem is until you look at that second principal part and you notice the e has fallen out. So pulcher, pulchri, pulchro, pulchrum, pulchro. Note that your stem doesn't have that e in it. So pulchri, pulchro, pulchrum, pulchro. It is not pulcheri. Okay, that would be wrong. So look to that second principal part, the feminine. Again, masculine, feminine, neuter. Look to the feminine to get your stem. But otherwise, this declines just like a first and second declension noun. So again, the masculine is a second declension masculine, the feminine is first declension, and the neuter is second declension neuter. Now, how do we use adjectives? Well, adjectives match the noun they're modifying. That is, they agree with the noun. How do they agree? What does it mean for a noun and an adjective to agree? They're going to match the noun they are modifying in gender, number, and case. This is very, very important. They don't match necessarily in ending, but they are going to match in gender, number, and case. So if your noun is masculine and plural and genitive, your adjective will be masculine, plural, and genitive. So let's take a look at a couple of these, and just pulling out, we'll stick with that adjective bonus, bona, bonum for our model. If we want to have a good friend, he's going to be an amicus bonus. Right? Amicus is masculine, singular, and nominative. So bonus has to be masculine, singular, and nominative. Or if we have puellae, let's say this is feminine, and puellae could be a number of cases, but we'll feminine, plural, nominative, for argument's sake. We're going to take bona, and we're going to make bona feminine, plural, and nominative, so puellae, boni. Or dona, gifts, is neuter, nominative or accusative, plural. So we're going to take the neuter, plural, nominative form of bonus, bona, bonum. There are good gifts, bona, dona, bona. So up till now, you notice that, oh, the endings match. The ending of the noun matches the ending of the adjective. But that's not always the case. What about puer? Well, puer is masculine, singular, and nominative. But we can't say it's going to he's a puer boner. Instead, it's a puer bonus. That is, this adjective is not going to change. This is always going to be masculine, nominative, singular, regardless of what the ending of the noun is. So he's a puer bonus. Or poetam. Remember, poeta is a first declension masculine. This is a masculine, singular, accusative. If he's a good poet, he's a poetam. Poetam bonum. We have to use the masculine form of the adjective, not matching in ending, but matching in gender, number, and case. Or agricolarum. Remember, agricola is another one of these first declension masculines, so it's masculine, plural, arum, genitive. So we need a masculine, plural, genitive form of bonus, agricolarum, bonorum. Right, so it's very important that you don't simply match the endings, but you match gender, number, and case. This is going to become more important when we get third declension adjectives. Now, another use of the adjective is what we call the substantive use. In English, we have substantives in the sentence from the old song, "Only the lonely." Only the lonely know the way I feel tonight. Lonely here is an adjective, but it's being used also as a noun. So it's being used substantively. That is, it's an adjective which is taking the place of a noun. That is, we understand a noun like people. Only the lonely people know the way I feel tonight. That wouldn't make for very good lyrics, but only the lonely, so we're just using the adjective by itself. But it's modifying an understood people. Or we would say the land of the free. Free here is an adjective, but it's, again, modifying an understood people. So in Latin we would say, well, land of the free, that's plural, because people is plural if we want, or maybe singular. It's genitive, and we'd probably say it's masculine. Right? For populus, we could say it's singular genitive masculine. So in Latin, if we run across magnus, and it's not modifying anything, we understand, oh, well, it's masculine and singular, so it must be the great man. Man being understood from this masculine ending. Or boni, masculine, nominative, plural, the good. And here we understand men, the good men. Or bona, feminine, so this would be a nominative singular, the good woman. Or bona, neuter, this would make it, bona would then be neuter plural, we would say the good things. Right, we have to supply some kind of neuter, and things is perfectly fine. Neuter object to have it modify, understood thing to modify. So, things to keep in mind about adjectives. Adjectives of the first and second declension will always decline the same, regardless of the declension of the noun they're modifying. That is, an adjective like bonus, bona, bonum will always be first and second declension. Even if it's modifying a fifth or a fourth declension noun, it doesn't matter. Bonus will always decline the same, just like I did in the chart previously. And adjectives are going to match the noun they're modifying in gender, number, and case. So the two of these things together the most important thing you can keep in mind about adjectives is that the endings will not necessarily match. In fact, don't even count on it. And if you keep that in mind, you won't get lost with adjectives.